Good morning. Now it's breakfast time, and yeah, we arrived at 3 o'clock this morning. Been sleeping in a room, and now we packed our backpacks, and we will be hiking Phu Kradueng. And the weather is perfect. And on the way to the starting point, and it's going to be exciting. And 5 days ago I applied for flying a drone up there, and they still haven't answered. But yesterday we had to send the paper very quickly because it was urgent. So let's hope I can fly the drone. Bringing a lot of warm clothes too, because I think it's cold up there. Then as we arrive at the park, I get email from the rangers here. I am allowed to drive a drone up there, so that's good news. And we rented a bungalow at the top instead of a tent. We're used to hiking in Norway, so this should be easy peasy. Then we're at the start of the climb, and here you can see 1,200 meters up, according to this plan. Then we're at the starting line. See you guys again. I will be filming a little bit on the way up, and I have the license to fly a drone up there. It's beginning to look like the perfect day for hiking. And it's, they say 6 degrees at the top, and downstairs here 16. 6 degrees can be very cold. I've experienced 6 degrees before in Thailand, so. And they say there's a lot of wind at the top, so maybe I'm allowed to fly the drone, but we'll see if I can. There are stairs here as well, similar to hiking in Norway, but maybe it gets warmer during the day, so I'm a little scared of freezing when we're sleeping tonight. And seems you don't need to bring food or anything to drink here. It's Thailand, so I just ordered an iced coffee. This is first stop. You say Mark. And I just had a coffee Boran Yen. It's not like hiking in Norway. In Norway you have to carry everything with you, even food and water and everything. A lot of clothes and stuff, but here you don't need much. Oh, still hiking. Hiking in Thailand is a little bit warmer than Norway, but we have our warm days in Norway too. So not too hard. At least here in Thailand you don't need to bring food and drinks. And they made everything safe. Railing, so you can't fall down there. Samkorsang. And here you can buy all kinds of stuff. Even have ice cream here. Everything. Everything you need. We just had a cold Coke. in the shadow, and now we're hiking again. We don't have this in Norway. Coffee shop. Update. We brought hiking shoes, but I'm not sure if you need that here. I see almost everyone wearing people coming down.
Hello.
Di krab.
โอ้ว่าเลย
Wadi krab.
สวัสดีครับมาจากไหนเนี่ย
มาจากประเทศ Norway.
นอร์เวย์โอ้โหนอร์เวย์
Over halfway now. It's my first hike where they're warning about elephants. And there was a girl killed by a wild elephant here, so now they say if you encounter a wild elephant, you're supposed to run as fast as you can and go zigzag. Don't run straight ahead because the elephant can run faster than you. It's a nice hike, not too steep. I brought my hiking shoes from Norway, but I could have done this hike so far in flip-flops. No need to carry your suitcase or backpack. They have carriers here. I think it was 30 baht per kilogram. Oh. Luckily I got the papers for flying the drone because parts of the top are closed due to the elephant incident. But I can fly the drone high up and film the sunrise and the sunset. I'm not sleeping. Over halfway, and it's 12:15. We've been walking for 2 hours and we're more than halfway there. And you can hear the carriers before they come. Most of them are carrying a speaker as well. Scaring away wild elephants, or it's just because they like to hear the music. But almost everyone carries a speaker so you can hear them coming. 1,750 meters ถึงแล้วครับ I haven't seen any other phalanx here so far. Here are the rangers. 3,780 meters back down, and the view is already spectacular. And I was wondering what these were. But these are for the carriers. They can put their load onto these and have a break. Samkokdown. I'm normally a little bit more fit than 2 days ago. I had to go hospital because of some food poisoning. So a Viking can hiking. You can see the star. 1,300 meters now, and my feet are burning a little bit now. Soon at the top. I think we are at the top. Congratulations, Phu Kradueng conqueror. 1,288 meters. 1,288 meters. Look at this. View สวยมาก Going to the sunrise point, going to the sunset point. It's open, but it closes at 4 and sunset is at 6. Oh, finally here. Now we have to find our accommodation. No entry. Beware of wild elephants. I think we're heading for the visitor center or accommodation. Still a couple of kilometers to the visitor center, but from here on it's flat, and that's a lot more easy. There's even a road here. The only wildlife so far was a small gecko or something and a bluebird. Oh, it's a long winding road, 3.5 kilometers. It's my first time hiking in Thailand, so. And then it's 3.5 more kilometers. But I know they have Tinimi Mukata. Doing this hike just after you had some food poisoning, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm used to hiking in Norway and Iceland and many places in the world, so I have my antibiotics in my backpack. I'm gonna be okay. Look at this road. And there was even a motorbike driving past us, and I'm wondering how they brought a motorbike up here. Must have carried it in pieces or maybe flown it up with a helicopter. I don't know. And I'm amazed about how similar up here the vegetation is very similar to where I'm from in Norway, because it looks like Norway. The trees and everything is similar to southern parts of Norway. Okay, we found elephant poo. I'm not too scared about elephant, but I'm more scared of snakes and spiders. So this is the road to the mountaintop, and they've closed it down. And there's a sign over there saying, "Danger, please be aware of wild elephants." And I am aware. A little bit boring, we cannot go. There's a waterfall here, and there's a sunset point or sunrise point. But I have a drone, so I can get some drone footage. If I fly 90 meters up, I think I can catch both the sunrise and the sunset, and maybe an elephant too. Eventually. Well, that's the lake, I guess. I could see a lake, but it's closed. I wanted to go swimming. But this is the visitor center. At least we have a bungalow. When they have solved the elephant problem, I have to come back here because I want to see all the waterfall, Namtok, and there's a cliff. There's a sunrise point, sunset point, and I want to see them all. And over here you can see they have a lot of solar cell panels because it's very environmental friendly. 19 degrees here now, not too cold. Visitor Center, Phu Kradueng National Park. ถึงแล้วครับ All the flowers and all the birds. I saw one bluebird, but I don't know what. Wild boar. There's a drone bigger than my drone. Here you can see all the tents. There's a lot of tents. They are prepared for a lot of people coming, but due to the elephant incident, there's not many people, I think. But some parts are open. We'll see what we'll do. Now we're on our way to find the bungalow, and it's going to be amazing to take off my backpack. And this is our accommodation for tonight. A lot of beds. And we have a toilet and a shower. And a small balcony for 1,000 baht. And it's worth it. นี่มีก๋วยเตี๋ยวหมูกระทะ They even have Thai massage. In Norway you reach the mountaintop and there's nothing, and here there's a bunch of restaurants. It's quite amazing up here. Not too many people here today. Okay guys, we had some food and now we're hiking. We were planning on renting bikes, but you're not allowed to go anywhere after 4, so we're on the way to the only place we could go. 2 kilometers, and there are some points open after that, but we have to do them tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to rent a couple of bikes and go all the way to Sunset Cliff, but we have to be back before 4 and the sunset is after 4. I guess I can see the sunset with my drone. And when we reach the cliff here, I'm going to fly the drone and try to get a little overview over because this mountain is huge. January, so it's a little bit, it's not too warm up here. Very nice area. MacDuck Cliff, and I will fly the drone a little bit and see if we can see something, get a little bit of overview. Waiting for the sunset. A lot of people asking me how I'm able to fly a drone up here, but I've done it correctly and everything should be in order. I have a certificate, insurance. I said I can fly wherever I want to fly. Everyone's waiting for the sunset. It's very soon. I'm going to fly my drone and take a picture in the sunset. It's a little bit misty today, so you can see the mountains down here. So Mark, we are on the way back. Tomorrow we're planning on renting bicycles and go to some other places, but you have to go before 4 o'clock. Now we're going back, and I think we're going to have some mukata. Good morning. Then we rented some fat bikes. Now we're at Jamsin Cliff. We need to give back the bikes in 1 hour because of safety. So my plan of riding a bicycle to all the points today is, but we got to see one more cliff point. And it's beautiful. But with the new rules, it's not possible to stay only 1 night here. You have to stay 2 nights if you want to see everything. We made it to Nanoy Cliff. With the new rules, you have to plan 2 nights here, not 1. But I'll show you the view. Look at this. Do see. So Mark. And I guess we have to turn back. We have to turn back, and they didn't tell us before we went here, but most of the roads up here and the hikes and everything are closed due to the tragic elephant. Tonight we slept in a bungalow. Guess what? It was cold as hell. Freezing cold. I had to sleep with all the clothes I brought on me because it was freezing cold at night. So if you go here in January, February, bring a lot of clothes. A lot. Okay, we'll be riding the bicycle back now. The next stop, I don't know. I want to go back here when they reopen everything, if they do so. Because there's About 70% of all the waterfalls, the lakes, the roads, everything is closed. So it's a little bit disappointing this trip. But when you leave somewhere and you feel like you need to go again, then it hasn't been 100%. But life isn't 100%, so you can see the sand here. You need these bikes with the fat tires. Could be a problem. Sandy roads. And I decided not to fly the drone here because we have 4 kilometers to walk back to where the hike back down starts, and we have to be there before 2. So now we're in a rush to go back, give back the bikes, and then we'll have to hike 4 kilometers and we have to be there before 2 p.m. And if I go back here again, I'm going in, it's going to be at least February, because sleeping tonight was difficult. It was so freezing cold, and we had a bungalow, and I can imagine the guy staying in tents. The bungalow was 1,000 baht, and there is enough beds for 6 people, but not in January because we had to use all the blankets. I want to go back here when if they reopen everything. If I didn't know it was going to be one more freezing cold night, I think we would have stayed one more night here so we could visit all the cliffs. But you cannot go see the lake. I flew the drone to see the lake, but you're not allowed to enter because of the elephant problem. I hope they can solve the elephant problem, maybe move them or something, because this is a beautiful place, and people should be able to hike around this mountain without being afraid of being กลับบ้านแล้ว Imagine doing this every day. So when you go here, you don't need to carry your backpack. You can pay these guys to carry it for you. They are very strong. Where you first come up when you do the hike, and there was a ranger there that couldn't speak English, and he said in Thai to my girlfriend that he has to land that drone immediately. It's illegal. So then we go show him the papers signed by his boss that gave me permission to fly a drone. But on the speakers, they said it's illegal to fly a drone. You can, if you have a license and you have insurance and everything in order, you can send them and some papers 5 days in advance. And we got the green papers, or the permission to fly a drone here, the same day we arrived. And we had to show it at the bottom, so the paper arrived maybe 1 or 2 hours before we started hiking. hiking back down is a lot easier than hiking up. Last person's hiking down today because we first went. And I think most people go early in the morning to avoid the heat, but inside under the trees here it's not warm. Yeah, looks like a door. There's a little bit steep. It's not steep anywhere. Steepest places they have built stairs. It's actually an easy hike. But what they don't tell you is you have to walk 4 kilometers to get to the visitor centers at the top. And that was quite. When we arrived at the top yesterday, and not too many farangs. I've seen maybe 5. Okay, we're back at. Impressed by the carriers here. People are proud of themselves. 1.7 kilometers to go. And this has been a nice hike. Not too far. I'm gonna look at the maps when I get down, but I think they said 5 kilometers to the top. And then it's 4 kilometers more to the visitor center, which makes it 9.5 kilometers. But I have to check that. And next time I go national park and I have permission to fly a drone, I'm gonna make a t-shirt with the permission on the t-shirt, because a lot of people commenting and telling me to stop flying the drone. It's illegal, may die. I see the paper from main office here. Looked like they didn't know it was possible to get a permission, but I have a written permission, so. Okay, we reached the bottom and we're back down. Now we're gonna go find some transportation to our next stop, but I don't think we will be hiking for a couple of days. It's been a wonderful hike, even though some of it was closed. Met some people on the way back down. They were supposed to stay 2 days, but when they came to the top and they realized they couldn't go to the sunrise spot. I had the same feeling a couple of times. I have a drone. I could fly and see everything. That's it for this trip. Hope to see you. There's more video and more content coming. Hit the like buttons and subscribe. เจอกันครับ